Hi everyone, this is Penguin Trades and this is a review for the ES and NQ futures for November 18th. We're going to start off here on the ES and then hop over to the NQ. So this is our overnight high, this is our overnight low, these are our key levels for the day. I started trading right around here at 8 a.m. so in that central time. So we have this downtrend, break, and a push to a new low. So this downtrend is played out. When a trend gets a break, we can expect price to attempt a new extreme. Case of a downtrend, that's of course a new low. And so as price starts pushing higher here, this is a good place to get a failed second entry, to get a reversal pattern holding above the EMA, because not only did this downtrend just play out, that's not the only reason that we would want to look to go long here. We're also just now forming the overnight low. And so we already have our overnight high that formed a while back, and these levels act like a range. When price comes off one side, you can expect price to attempt to reach the other side. So these act as magnets, just like in a normal range. Like you have this range here, it comes off one side, goes to the other side, goes to the other side, and then goes back. And so it works the same with the overnight high levels and the overnight low, of course. And so as price pushes higher here, if we get a couple legs back, we can look to get long and make the new high for this uptrend right here. That's basically what a failed second entry is, an uptrend with a two-legged break, and then you look to get in on the new high. And in this case here, price starts pushing lower, and then it just goes straight through the EMA, basically takes back like 70% of this move up. And that's when this range starts becoming more clear, because the EMA is now going sideways. At this point here, even though we don't have clear lows forming, the EMA has been going sideways for a while now, and then it matches pretty well with these highs, so we can see that we're going into a range. And so when price starts pushing up here, this is the second attempt higher, so downtrend, break, new low, first attempt to reverse, and then this is the second attempt. So we have another chance to get along here. If price pushes on out, and pushes above the range high here, we could get a couple legs retesting it and get along and, continue that second leg up. However, price ends up just going into a smaller range before it even reaches the highs, and then it goes straight back down to these lows right here. It finds some resistance right here. It kind of goes into a small range, goes a little bit choppy. But what we have here is a clear hold off of this support level, two legs down. So even though the downtrend already played out here, we had this attempt to reverse higher, and then we got another big two-legged move down, and it's holding off these lows right here. And I liked it when it pushed above the EMA and got out of this chop. Like, I wouldn't want to enter on this bar here, because that's just all within this chop. It's not really taken off anywhere. And the same thing goes with any of these green bars right here. But then here, we're actually finally pushing out. Price ticks higher. It does attempt to go back here. You can see with that wick, but, we were at a good area, being the range lows on a second entry, big second entry with these two legs down, and we're pushing out of that range level, so this chop area right here. So that's why I like that long right there. We push on up. There's plenty of room to the highs there, and we break on out. Like I was mentioning over here about breaking out and getting a couple legs retesting, we can still get that here. So when price pushes out, what I'd like to see is two legs down, holding on the EMA and also the range high, but it ends up just getting very choppy. You can kind of see, there's two legs in there, but they're not clear enough. It's too sideways, too choppy to take a trade based on, but technically you can see you got first attempt down, break, and then second attempt down before taking off. So nothing quite clear, and then we have this right here. So now we have uptrend, break, push to a new high, and then you can see there's two attempts to reverse. Obviously, that was not perfectly holding on the trend line at the time. At first, I was drawing it like this, because at first we had this thin uptrend, then a break, push to a new high. So the uptrend is now played out. You can extend it to see how it holds. It ends up just going straight through. And so, if you view this as uptrend, break, and look to make a new high, the reason I don't like that is because we don't really get very much of a reversal attempt. So when the uptrend was like this, when it was all thin, we have a break, push to a new high, and now we can expect price to attempt to reverse. And we clearly get a reversal attempt, but the two legs down, like they're too thin with each other. It really just looks like one move. You can draw it all within this little channel here. So I wouldn't want to take this long, because very easily what price could do is make a second leg down like that. It could tick higher, push lower, and that way you'd have, after this uptrend has a break and a new high, you would have two clear attempts to reverse. So these two small legs are just not enough. To me, it just looks like one leg. So I wasn't confident that it would push higher. In this case here, it obviously does, as you can see, but, you don't know that it's going to do that in the moment. This little uptrend just played out, and the reversal attempt is really not very significant. And so I would not want to take a long based on that. Plus, it also closed below the EMA with 2 bear bars right there. So, just because it closed back above does not mean it's a perfect trade. So anyway, we push on up here, we break out of the overnight high, and then we can start looking for a wider channel here. And as we break out, you can kind of see there's 2 small attempts to fade, but they're really not big enough. I want to see bigger picture trades. And in this case, it doesn't even reach the EMA. So that's a problem within itself as well. So we push on up here. We make this new high, another reversal attempt, but it's just too small. We're not getting a clear 2 attempts to fade. Because when you break out of the overnight level, whether it's the overnight high or the overnight low, or even just a regular range for that matter, you want to wait for 2 attempts to fade before buying the breakout. You don't want to just expect it to continue breaking out. You don't want to buy it here when you see a green bar. You want to wait for 2 clear attempts. And so right at this level here, we only have 1 attempt to fade, and so we cannot take that long right there. We push on up, goes sideways, continues on up again, and then, it goes all the way up to here without offering any clear 2-legged moves. And so, we can slowly extend the trend as it, gets small pierces through it. And then here, we get a clear break. So uptrend, break. Now, when an uptrend gets a break, we can expect price to attempt a new high. And so here we start pushing higher, and then quickly we get a 2-legged move down. So what that's forming is from this break, because even though this is the break of an uptrend, it's still its own downtrend. The downtrend has a break and 2 pushes at a new low, and then price was able to start making a new high attempt for this uptrend. We have 2 attempts up there, and obviously, with the size of this uptrend, we can still definitely get bigger picture attempts at a new high, but you have to take it 1 price action level at a time. We have our 2 attempts higher right here, clearly holding off these highs. The highs fit well with these lows. It's a pretty clear range right there, and we have this first entry short, second entry short, and then a push below, and then we also have, price is needing to push out of the lows a bit here, but we have this overnight high right here, which acts as a magnet. And considering the 2 attempts to reverse and continue with this uptrend had such a bearish reaction, it looks like the overnight high, the fade, because price naturally will try to fade back in, is winning out over this uptrend, because this area right here is basically a competition zone between the bulls and the bears. The bulls want to make a new high for this uptrend right here. The bears want to fade this range right here. And so right here, it's clearly showing that the bears are winning out. It can't get above this resistance level right here. We have 2 attempts to make a new high, and then it just flushes down. Nice bearish bar. And, obviously the target is pushed out of these lows a bit, but we have the measured move magnet. As soon as as soon as price reaches the overnight, I accidentally called this a measured move magnet. I meant to say the overnight high magnet. As soon as price reaches the overnight high, price starts pushing on up, attempting to make, basically attempting to push on out here, continue the breakout. And then now it's finding resistance at this previous swing high. So, we'll see what happens. When price pushes lower here, it might be easier to see that the range is extending, because as price pierces out, like, we have this right here, we pierce out once. That doesn't immediately mean that we extend the range high, but now that we have another breakout to that level, we can look to extend it. So we'll see how it holds. I'm going to hop over to the NQ now. That's it for the ES. So again, overnight high, overnight low, excuse me. And again, I started trading at 8 Central Time, this area right here. We have this downtrend, break, and when a downtrend gets a break, we can expect price to attempt a new low. We get first attempt lower, second attempt lower. So the downtrend has a break and 2 attempts at a new low. This is how trends play out. Even though it doesn't have the new low, it still has 2 measured attempts with a good reaction to that measured move. So, and with the bullish reaction that we get here, it looks like it's successfully played out. It doesn't always need a new low. Sometimes it just needs 2 clear attempts. And so as it starts pushing higher here, I really would have loved to see a failed second entry, a clear reversal pattern. The downtrend just played out. We're getting a very bullish reaction. If we just get a couple legs back, we can look to get long and continue that push up. We could basically get in on the, like if we pushed up to here, and then got a couple legs back, just pretend like that's a two-legged move down, we could have looked to get in on the second leg higher. But price ends up just taking off like crazy, going straight to the overnight high, breaks on out, then we finally get this push down. So this is the first attempt to fade. Again, when price breaks out of an overnight level or range level, you can expect price to attempt to fade back in. And so if price does fade back in, then you'll want to look for an entry to continue the fade. Or if price makes two attempts to fade, then you can look to get in on the fade failure. And so we start out this high here. We got our first attempt. Price breaks from that. It goes into this range. Then we get our second attempt. The second attempt is obviously not as long as the first attempt, but they're still clearly, it's still clearly a two-legged move. They're connected to each other. And, this next thing I'm going to point out just shows how common two-legged moves are. This two-legged move, the two legs in it are separated by a two-legged move, because from right here we have first entry short, second entry short, and then it starts to really take off and make that second leg down. So very important to understand second entries and two-legged moves. And so anyway, slight limit order right here, just because these highs are very clear, like they're right on it. I wanted to keep the target within them. Unlike on the other trade, on the other chart, we don't have the overnight magnet working for us. In this case, it'd be working against us, especially with that measured move. But we are closing back above the EMA, and EMA is pointed higher. Great bullish reaction. We have room to the high, and that trade looks really good to me. So this is, in this case, I would not want to push my target out of the highs at all. I'm going to show the ES really quick. What I'm talking about here, I pushed the target outside of these lows right here because we had this overnight high magnet working for us. But in this case here, it's working against us to go long. We do have our two attempts though, so it's still valid to go long. We just need to make sure that we have room to those highs. So anyway, we push on up here. We break out, starts to go a bit sideways. Unfortunately, we don't get any clear entries on the rest of the way up here. We just get first entries. New high here, first entry, another new high, then we finally get a reversal. So uptrend, break, new high, which means the uptrend is now played out, and that pushes us into a sharp reversal. If we push lower here and get a couple legs back, this is a good place for a failed second entry. Because again, a failed second entry, a reversal pattern, also known as, would be great because we're in a common reversal area. The uptrend is played out, and we can still expect price to attempt to fade the overnight high. When price breaks out of an overnight level and then the trend plays out, that's a perfect opportunity for a reversal pattern. It's very common for these levels to fade, and sometimes it just needs to wait for the trend to play out, which is exactly what happens here. So when price pushes lower here, I'd like to see that failed second entry. It doesn't quite happen. It just goes straight back in, fades into the overnight high, and then pushes right back out, pushes back in. So this area really becomes not very clear because, it's never good when price is pushing up and down, the overnight high level because, it's a major key level. You don't want to enter directly into it. You don't want to enter short into it. You don't want to enter long into it. And, it really just chops price around. So, you can see here after this downtrend gets a break, we have our first attempt lower, second attempt lower, and then price attempts to reverse, quickly fails, continuing the fade on down, and ultimately making the second leg down larger because, even though this is a sharp push down, and then after the break it's more shallow, it's still a two-legged move down. So first leg, break, and then this is all the second leg, and then, after that two-legged move down, it's pushing back up. It's getting very choppy again. Once again, it's not in a very good area. It's just chopping right around the overnight high. No clear direction. We need to wait for price to either fade back in so we can look to continue the fade or break on out so we can look to get in on a fade failure. So, it does look like there's some kind of bullish imbalance forming just because price, after it faded back in, it clearly successfully faded. It made this high, or low swing so high up in the range that, that's just a sign that the bulls are taking control of this range right here. So, we'll see what happens. Price may push on out, give a couple legs back, look to get long and continue the breakout. But, we do have this measured move down right here still in place. So there are going to be bears that want to reach that. So if price pushes lower, that doesn't mean we immediately go short. We still need to wait on a couple attempts up, and it could push into a failed second entry just from here. Push down, couple legs back up, look to get short and reach this measured move. So, just something to consider. So that's going to do it for this video. I really hope it helped out, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.